fourth graders. I thought I'd give a little video update today. It's been a while since some of you have seen me. I wanted to make sure that everybody understands the expectations every day and make sure that you know what you should be looking for in Schoology. So first of all, I want to show you at the top here is where my announcement will come each day. If you happen to miss an announcement, you can go to updates and all of the backdated, I guess, announcements will be here under updates. So you can keep scrolling back all the way to the beginning. Inside materials here, again, I want to make sure that everybody understands here's where that document is for the daily math questions. If you click on it, it will open it inside Schoology. You can also, if you ever see this little square with an arrow on the side, you can also click on that and it will open it in a separate tab. That sometimes is easier to see. This document will always be the same link. So if you want to favorite this item, bookmark it, you can do that right there. So inside back to our folder, we are going to see what else lives here. So we have Bits and Pieces 3. There are kids working in this. Most of you are in Math in Focus, and those of you that are finishing, they're almost finished with Bits and Pieces 3. So you guys can keep watching and see what you will be having to look forward to when you get to Math in Focus. So inside here, we have the student edition. This is where the hardcover book is. It's a digital book. Again, you can click on the link and you'll notice it does have this same box with the arrow. So that means it'll click and open in a new tab for me. I like this because it's larger. I can see what's on the page better. Inside, you can choose, you can easily go through whichever chapter you're on. Let's say I'm on chapter 5 and lesson 1. If I click all that, it'll bring me straight to that page for 5.1. In this view, which is its default view, you use these arrows to turn the page. So if you're doing lesson 5.1, I'm going to ask you to read the Learn section, and you can choose whether you want to do the guided learning, and same with the Let's Practice. So those, and then you'll be on to lesson 5.2. Another page view that I like is the first one here. So notice I clicked on page view and the first box. This one is larger. You do have to then scroll up and down, but you get to see everything in a larger font. If you have bad eyes like me, that might be helpful. So that's the digital student book. Once you're done with that, or once you're ready, you go into your lesson. So each book has a certain number of chapters. So book A has 7 chapters. Let's pretend I'm in chapter or lesson 1. Once you get inside the chapter, you see each lesson, and then it has items to complete. Tells you the order at which you should do it. It tells you what the pages of the student book, the pages of the student workbook. Click inside the lesson, and in here you will see there are videos for each lesson. So at this point, I think you could choose. You could choose, I will either watch the lesson videos or I will read the digital student book. Next on the list are the Let's Practice answer keys. If you're doing the Let's Practice, this is where the answer key pages are. So this one just had 1. The workbook, I do ask that you correct your workbook pages. If you're just whizzing through workbook page after workbook page and you're getting them wrong, you won't know that you're making mistakes. So the workbook keys are here. So this one looks like it had 6 pages. Let me show you a handy thing. If you click on the first one and you go through and you correct your work, if you are done with that page, you can hit the next button and it will bring you to the next key. That's better than having to kind of go back and forth by clicking back into the lesson. So when I'm done, if I keep going, I believe it had 6 pages. If I keep hitting next, once I get to the last page, it will bring me to the IXL for the lesson. So each lesson has IXL links for you. You can save those for Fridays because Fridays we're not going to have new lessons, and then you can do IXL work on Fridays. The last one is the most important thing down here. This is the check-in. These are little mini quizzes. They're between 2 and 4 questions for you to complete each lesson that you do. So the reason I want you to do this is I want you to know A, what lesson you're doing each day, because I can track what you're doing if you do the quizzes. And B, it helps me know that you're understanding what you're doing. So if you're getting a lot of wrong on each quiz, then I might know that I want to ask you to specifically go back and do some of those IXLs that you missed, or maybe we'll do a side teaching lesson. So once I go back into my chapter one, you have all the lessons for chapter one, and then you get to the review and the thinking cap. So you're going to do the review in the hardcover again and the thinking cap. The last check in is just, do you understand what you're doing? Have you completed all your work? That's just a quick true or false question. At this point, we are not taking the chapter tests. The little mini quizzes are taking place of the chapter tests. So those are required. I do really need you to do those. That's how I'm seeing, again, that you're completing work each day. So that is kind of my video update for Wednesday. We are Wednesday, April 15th. I hope everybody is having a lovely day. I miss you all very much and look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Talk to you later.